We just waited too late to turn it on. We have all the parts, as you guys could see. When we want to dominate, we dominated. We were down by 3 scores. We came back within 2 points. But in a game like this, when everything's on the line, you have to bring your A game from the start. You can't come in letting them take control of the game. We had to come in being in control, and we didn't do that. This team has definitely changed so much over the course of the year, and overall I'm just proud. We had a new start last year because we had lost so many vets, so it was rebuilding, and then this year the role players were just trying to find their niche and stand out. We've gained so much confidence, and we learned how to fight. You know, we fought so many games from the bottom and coming back to the end, and I'm just so proud of this team for just fighting all season.
What do they bring out in you, and what do you think you bring out in them as a team?
Boston Divas is just the biggest rivalry, I feel like, in the WFA. It's just a known rival. We always go back and forth, and we just bring out the best in each other. Every time we play each other, it's always a good game.
Passion and a lot of emotion and fight. Every time it's just a really physical game, and you have to dig deep every single time.
And we did.
We sure did. Yep.
Describe the season.
This season has been remarkable for me. It was my first season back after a couple years, and I couldn't have asked for a better team, better teammates. It's still the same Diva family, and at the end of the day, we fight for each other. So it's good.
I mean, it's like the best on best, and I don't know. Somebody got to lose, and it wasn't supposed to be us. They went and played an extra play. They went harder than us. It took us 30 minutes to start playing, and we gave them a lead, and we couldn't come back. I mean, they got it. I don't know. I'm blown. Rich, 20 years, and this is not how it's supposed to end. I don't know what to say.
I expect it. I mean, most teams, double me, so it's not the first time I've seen it. So even in practice, I practice against it. We have one of the best defenses in the league, so going against it every day, I'm prepared for any game. So I don't really worry about what the defense is doing. I'm more so worried about, what I need to do. It's nothing new. Like, we come out, we start our flat. We adjust. I think we adjust very well. Just wish that we could have came out, a little bit quicker and did what we did in the second half and the first half, and it would have been a totally different outcome.
When you're absolutely one of the best who's ever played the game, what's it like to go against the very best on the other side?
Oh, I love it. I never shy down from it. I look forward to it. Not to say that all the other games are boring, but, you want to go against the best. That's the competitive nature in this sport. So you always want to go out with a bang. You want to be remembered for not taking the easy way out. You want to go against the best and win against the best because that makes you the best. It's hard to go out this way. It's the same feeling we had last year, so it makes you work even harder on the off season to come back and do what you didn't do the year before. So the good thing about this team is we know how to win. We're a winning team. It's, not to take anything away from Boston, but overall, we know how to win. So just putting in the work in the off season, getting better, just to get back to this point next year. And guess what? Do it all over again, hopefully with a different outcome.
I just think we need to start quicker. It's simple. We just need to start quicker. We're typically a second half team, which isn't, it hasn't really boded well for us. And last year they beat us. We ended up trying to come back again. Playoffs, it was too little, too late. But we just have to start quicker. We have all the talent in the world. We just got to start quicker. Halftime, we're a team that we're never down on ourselves, but we knew we had to spread them out. They were in a cover one. They were blitzing, so a lot of quick passes. We had hope would get them out of their defense, which it did. It loosened them up, and we were able to move the ball at that point, but again, it was a little bit too little too late for that time. I think they really bring out the mental toughness in you. They're a very smart team, very disciplined. Games like this, you can't win with just your skill, your athleticism. You have to win with your mind. It's a chess match. You have to win with your mind. They know your plays. They know what's coming. You know what's coming. So limit the mistakes. We had a turnover or two, so that hurt us. But with them, you have to beat them with your mind.
Describe the team that started with the 1-2 record and finished with a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
I think when we were 1-2, the communication wasn't as good as it should have been. I think as the year went on, our communication improved tremendously. That's probably the biggest thing I'm proud of with our team. On all sides of the ball, communication was key for us, and that was something that we emphasized in practice. It had to start in practice. It did start. It carried over. But communication was big in us.
Where do you go from here?
You have to improve. You have to improve every day, and not just on your mechanics, not just physically. You have to get in the film room. You have to watch film. In the off season, there's not an option if you want to beat them. They're a team that they throw everything at you, and they're not afraid to throw anything at you. So, personally, I'm gonna get in the film room in the off season at some point. Give it a little bit, and then get back, work on my fundamentals, and come back stronger.
Your group didn't start the way you wanted, but how do you think you finished?
I think by the time we got on the road, there was not enough time left. We started second-guessing ourselves and getting in our own heads in the first half. And by the time we turned it on, there was not enough time on the clock.
What's the legacy you feel like you've provided for this organization and team?
I just want to go out and just, let everybody know. This is my life. This is my passion, and I was just trying to leave everything out here on the field for my teammates. Play with heart, play hard every time, and just play.
You did that.
I tried. Apparently, I didn't do enough.
You did more than try.
I tried. I just want to, leave my legacy as far as just being the best, being relentless, and going hard for my team.